No,
Somebody
you don't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
Pictures of people's cars.
Can you keep your distance?
This episode comes from Matt12128, so make sure to support his channel through the link below and give proper credit for the footage. In this encounter, Auditor Matt stands outside a police station recording marked police vehicles parked in public view. What should have been a routine and harmless moment quickly turns into a battle over authority. Officers approach almost immediately, not because a crime has occurred, but because they dislike being filmed. Instead of acknowledging that recording in public is perfectly lawful, they surround him with questions, pressure tactics, and an attitude designed to establish control. Matt never raises his voice or loses composure. He sticks to the facts, keeps the conversation rooted in law, and systematically strips away every weak justification they attempt to build. As the officers run out of legal ground, the interaction heads toward the only ending possible.
Okay, you're taking pictures of police cars and other cars though, can I? Why are you doing that?
It's a hobby. I like cars.
Okay.
It's an Audi TT, it's not just a car, is it?
But it's somebody's car that doesn't know that you're taking a photo of them. It's not
And
right.
if I've got a Mazda RX-8 and people do it and take pictures of my car, that's what you do.
Right.
If a Porsche pulled up and there was loads of people taking pictures of it, would you?
This is a desirable car, you took a picture of that.
And
Okay, but you've just said you're taking pictures of nice cars.
police cars and fire engines and ambulances.
Okay. Just
What's the
asking-
problem?
I'm just
Well,
asking what the purpose is.
Somebody. The pictures you've taken.
No,
Somebody
you don't
around-
do that. You're not allowed to do that.
Pictures of people's cars.
Can you keep your distance?
You need to stop taking pictures of.
I don't need to say. I not at all. Let's do it for a hobby. I do this regularly. What on earth?
Videoing me.
I am. What on earth law book have you been reading?
We've come out because somebody's been taking pictures of police vehicles.
And
So we have come out to ask you why you are.
and I've
taking
told you
pictures.
twice now.
Right,
There's
you're-
pictures on here of my wife with no clothes on, etc., etc. You're not going to be looking through that.
From the very beginning, the officers behave as though Matt has already done something wrong. Their approach isn't based on genuine concern or investigation. It's built on suspicion and intimidation. Recording police vehicles in a public area is entirely legal, yet the officers speak as if permission is required. Matt refuses to play along with that assumption. He doesn't beg for approval, and he doesn't volunteer explanations for exercising a basic right. That refusal clearly irritates them. Once their authority isn't immediately accepted, the atmosphere changes. Officers begin crowding into his personal space, trying to dominate the interaction physically rather than legally. But Matt stays calm and unmoved. He doesn't back away, and he doesn't react emotionally. By refusing to be intimidated, he forces attention back onto the one thing the officers don't have: lawful authority. The moment intimidation replaces legal reasoning, the officers begin exposing themselves instead.
It's a very strange thing to do, posting
It
pictures
is
of your
not
police
strange
station.
at all. Not
well,
whatsoever.
we're-
It might be strange to you, but it's
Right,
not strange to the general public.
Right, well,
Who?
we're going to ask you to stop videoing, please.
No,
Yes.
I'm doing a documentary on the
phone
for YouTube on the police.
regarding what?
Abuse of Antisocial Behaviour Act, abuse of Section 43, just generally police abusing powers.
No.
I don't give me details out, not personal.
Well, you're taking, with most respect, you're taking photographs or video of people's cars.
People do it in my
That
car.
aren't yours.
That people do that in my car, and I don't have a problem with it. It's a nice
For
car.
all I know, you could be planning on stealing them.
Well, when I steal them, arrest me.
Well, no, I'll take your details.
No, I'm not giving me details. I don't have to give my details. Do you actually know the law? I'm allowed to film. You're going to get
Show me what you've recorded.
You're going to get yourself in a whole lot of bother if you do that.
Show me what you've recorded, and if it's totally innocent, then that'll be fine. Why won't you show me what you've recorded?
Because there's pictures of here that aren't suitable for other people to see.
When pressure tactics fail, the officers redirect their focus toward the camera itself. Matt explains that he documents police encounters to highlight misuse of powers such as Section 43 and antisocial behavior legislation. Ironically, the officers instantly begin demonstrating exactly why he records these interactions in the first place. Instead of leaving a lawful citizen alone, they escalate purely because they dislike scrutiny. That's when the conversation shifts toward his identity and the footage on his device. Neither demand is about public safety. Both are attempts to regain control. A member of the public does not owe personal information simply for filming in public, and officers cannot inspect recordings merely because those recordings make them uncomfortable. Matt's refusal isn't obstruction. It's a lawful boundary. Once police start trying to control documentation instead of their own conduct, accountability becomes the real issue on display.
You've taken pictures of.
No, you've got no right to.
Yes, I do. You've got no right to.
Excuse me.
You've got no right to
Excuse me. Do you want to follow your code of practice? This is not in your code of practice.
Code of practice.
You do not look through people's phones without a warrant. You do not tell people to stop taking
not the
pictures
code
of.
of practice, mate.
Excuse me. You do not tell people to stop taking pictures of cars. Okay, you don't do it. And if you're going to follow through on this, you're going to find yourself in a whole lot of bother, and you will be educated. I don't have to give my name.
Yeah,
I don't even have to talk to you.
An offence, so give me your name.
Right, what offence have I committed? What offence have I committed?
Taking pictures of people's cars.
Right, so what offence have I committed? That's not an offence. What offence have I committed? Everyone wants to know what offence I've committed. Thousands of people want to know what offence I've committed.
I'm sure thousands of people don't.
Has anyone got a phone they can check? And I'll show you.
At one point, Matt reminds an officer that police are expected to follow their own professional standards and procedures. The response reveals far more than intended. Instead of confidently explaining the relevant policy, the officer throws the challenge back at him, almost daring him to educate them. That reaction doesn't project authority, it exposes uncertainty. Matt then calmly points out a critical legal boundary. Officers cannot search through someone's phone without proper legal authority. The confidence instantly fades. Almost immediately, a new tactic appears. Suddenly, they claim he may need to provide his details because he has supposedly committed an offense. Matt asks the obvious question, what offense exactly? And that's where everything stalls. No law is cited. No accusation is properly explained. There's only silence and hesitation, because the demand was never rooted in actual legislation. It was simply another attempt to force compliance after every previous angle had collapsed. When police cannot clearly identify the offense they rely on, the authority they're claiming falls apart completely.
The police officer said to you, what if they stopped you and said...
Have a look at my video of Wigan. I'm showing you, offering you proof. I'm offering you proof. They've said it's They've said, all right, no problem.
Really?
They said, what you doing?
Come out and said,
they said,
yes, it's okay, feel free.
Why wouldn't they? Why?
Because it's very strange behaviour.
Strange isn't a crime.
We are asking why you are taking pictures of our police vehicles.
I just told you. I'm lawfully allowed to.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
You the right to take pictures of people's cars.
No, more importantly, what law stops me from doing it? Tell me that law, please. Could you answer that question? What law?
Are you live streaming now?
No.
You just said to me that thousands of people are watching this.
They will watch this.
Right. So you intend to put people's details of cars to thousands of people for no reason.
My car's on YouTube.
That's not your car. First of all, you said
I never
you were
said.
interested
Did I say that was my car?
First of all, I know it's not your car because I know whose car that is.
Right. So I didn't say it was my car.
Registration on YouTube.
The officers eventually begin describing Matt's behavior as strange, but that wording only highlights how weak their position has become. Calling something unusual is not the same as calling it illegal. Matt's response cuts straight through the argument. Unusual behavior is not a criminal offense. Public rights do not disappear simply because police personally dislike how someone chooses to exercise them. The conversation gets even worse for the officers when one asks what gives him the right to film vehicles. That question completely misunderstands how freedom works in public spaces. Citizens don't need specific permission from the state to record in public. The burden is the opposite. Authorities would need a law prohibiting it, and no such law exists here. Once the officer fails to identify any legal restriction, the entire argument becomes nothing more than personal opinion disguised as enforcement. At that point, the discussion is no longer about law at all. It's about control and discomfort.
I don't put the registrations. If someone asks me not to...
Listen, right, I'll start again, right? When I first asked you what you were doing, you said, I've got an interest in vehicles.
Yeah.
Right, now it's something completely different. You've got an interest in police cars. So
Yeah.
why are you taking pictures of cars which aren't police
For
cars?
abuse of power.
I do
or
both.
Abusive antisocial behaviour or something. What did you say?
It's a documentary for YouTube. That's what the police vehicles are for.
About what?
Police abusing section 43.
Okay.
Section 5 and 50 of PACE. Why are you telling me that I have to stop filming cars? What law's that? Can
Well,
you
I
just
find it very concerning that you're outside a police station recording vehicles.
Right, I'm just asking you what law that is where I'm not allowed to film police cars.
I've just said you've broken a law, yeah?
You
What
just said
saying
I'm
is,
not allowed.
I'm finding it very difficult because to understand why you're doing that outside a police station.
Right, for a fact, a basic fact you don't need to understand. I'm allowed to do it. That's all you need to understand. Yes, I am. What law stops me?
So you're
What
perfectly,
law
you're
stops
perfectly happy
me?
with someone recording your car and put it on YouTube.
I think my Fiesta was a bit weird, but my Mazda, yes. It is on YouTube, in fact.
As earlier claims fall apart, the officers pivot once again, this time arguing that vehicle registration plates could end up online. But registration numbers on police vehicles are not secret information. They are displayed openly every single day on public roads, parking areas, CCTV systems, and dash cams. Pretending they suddenly become private only when someone deliberately films them is not about protecting privacy. It's about discouraging accountability. What stands out most is how constantly the justification changes. First, the issue is filming. Then it becomes the purpose of filming. Then it becomes behavior. Then registration plates. Each argument replaces the last one because none of them can survive scrutiny on their own. Matt doesn't need to aggressively dismantle every claim. He simply allows the contradictions to expose themselves naturally. The more the officers speak, the weaker their position becomes.
You are taking videos. There's one here of a lady walking down the street because she couldn't resist taking a video of the Andrex puppy in
Yeah.
Southport.
And?
You've got the lady in as well. She's not consented to be videoed.
She doesn't need to.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. What law's that?
Consented to be videoed.
What law's that? Explain that law.
You're
Explain that law.
You're walking your dog here,
And? Oh my God, you're not going to arrest me for walking my dog here?
but videoing it and.
Are you having a laugh? Do you realise how daft you're making yourself sound?
So that's not of police.
What's it got to do with you, what I video?
That's not of police. It says Wigan Police Station, and then you've got your dog on there.
You'll never make a real police officer if this is the best you can do. Will you? Support officer.
A real one.
Yeah.
That's what you probably said, isn't it?
Well, you've been doing it to me. What's your name and colour number?
He's there. You can
And the
see
colour
him.
numbers I'm
What
not
if I
sure.
can't
He doesn't
read?
have to give you his name.
Yes, he does, because I know the law.
Oh.
Unlike you's lot. What's your name, please? And what
Give me
state?
your name, I have to give you my colour number.
What station are you based at?
Combe Police Station.
Sorry?
Combe Police Station.
Right. And what's your name, please? It's your
I'll have to give
policy.
you- you've got my colour
It's your
number.
policy.
Huh?
It's your policy.
I don't have to give you my name.
It is your policy. You'll be getting retrained if you do not give me your name. I'll ask you one more
Are you going
time.
to be retraining me?
Someone will be retraining you on your policy. You might be laughing now, but you won't be laughing soon. What's your name, please? I'll ask you one last time. It's your policy to provide your name. What's your name, please? PC. I'm asking you nicely.
My colour number is PC4454.
And what's your name, please?
The officers then begin reviewing Matt's previous videos, hoping to find something they can use against him. One officer complains that a woman appearing briefly in an earlier recording had not consented to being filmed, despite the footage simply capturing everyday public surroundings while Matt recorded his dog. But consent is not legally required for filming in a public place, and the officer clearly struggles to support the claim with any actual law. Once again, silence fills the gap where legal authority should have been. Matt then shifts the focus back onto police accountability and asks the officer to identify herself. This time, the refusal carries real significance. Unlike ordinary citizens, officers are generally expected under policy guidelines to provide identifying information during public interactions. Matt knows this, and the officers know it too. Refusing to give a name isn't about security in this moment. It's about avoiding accountability once the encounter has clearly started unraveling.
Right, I'll be finding out why you're not providing your name to the public.
I'm trying to find out why you're recording people.
Because I feel like it.
Taking pictures outside a police station.
I've explained why, and now I'm not telling you it over and up.
Explain why. You'd give a few different reasons.
I'm not going to keep telling you why I've done it. From now on, the only thing you need to know is that I'm allowed to do it, and there's nothing you can do that can stop me, so I suggest you go away, because I'm getting annoyed now. You're really annoying. You come out, you pretend you know the law. Either A, you do not know the law, or B, you are abusing it. Which is it?
Which law am I abusing?
Right, I'm not allowed to film police cars. What law is that? I bet this is the last I see of these guys, isn't it? Because they're going to get educated now. Is it true I'm not allowed to film police cars? Yes, you did. I've got it all on video. I have it all on video. You need to have a word with all these three. Thank you. Walk of shame. Walk of shame. Muppet.
The way the encounter ends says more than anything spoken during it. There's no proper explanation, no clarification of powers, and no attempt to justify the officer's actions. Instead, they are simply called back inside the station, and the interaction abruptly dies out. That kind of sudden withdrawal isn't resolution. It's damage control. Someone higher up has likely recognized that continuing the confrontation would only create more problems. What this entire incident exposes is the difference between preparation and assumption. Matt understood the legal limits and stayed firmly within them throughout the encounter. The officers, on the other hand, relied heavily on confidence, tone, and shifting narratives instead of clear legal authority. Every time one justification collapsed, another was quickly invented to replace it, until eventually there was nothing left to stand on at all. And that's why the officers walking away matters. Not because anyone won, but because the facts left no other option. No offense had been identified, no lawful power had been exercised, and no defensible position remained. When authority retreats instead of explaining itself, it reveals an uncomfortable truth. The law was never truly supporting the officer's actions in the first place.